Wow. It's here. Awesome. So I started a little bit late, so we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna pick 3 people who want to warm up with our slide sidekick. So right now we're gonna raise hands and volunteer to see who wants to warm up with our slide sidekick. I need 3 volunteers for our slide sidekick. Who wants to warm up? Who wants to warm up? So I'm gonna volunteer you if you don't raise your hand. I'm here to tell you that. So who wants to warm up with our slide sidekick? 1, 2, sweet. I picked. That's really loud and quite annoying. All right, so first person who's gonna warm us up is going to be Isabella Padilla. Is gonna warm us up with our slide sidekick. So Miss Padilla, I'm gonna spotlight you and unmute you, and then you can set it to calorie view. Actually, both Padillas you're gonna warm up because you're both in Legacy. But you're gonna start it off, warm up with that slide sidekick, and then try and talk about discipline. Talk about discipline to obey what is right. Got it? So Isabella, I'll have you go first. Then Maddie, my new black belt, you'll go second.
Okay, so how's everybody doing today? Let me see those thumbs up.
Wait, ma'am.
All right, so today we're going to warm up with our slide sidekicks. It looks like this. Hi-ya! Can you handle it? Let me see the thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Step back with your favorite leg. Okay, ready? Ready? 1.
Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a Padilla sound.
2.
Aya.
3.
Aya.
Lucas, I love the heights of your kicks. 4.
Aya.
5. Switch legs.
Yeah.
Ready? 1. Diana, I love the height of your kicks as well. Ready? 2. 3. Orion, excellent power in your kicks. 4. Aya. Last one. Best one.
Best one.
Best one. Best one. 5. Aya. Set. Yes, sir. Set.
Yes, ma'am. Set.
Excellent slide sidekicks. You all did well. Discipline. To obey what is right.
What is
Hiya.
Excellent job. Give Isabella a big hand. Woo. Excellent job. So now, Maddie, you're going to go. Ready? Go for it. Same idea.
How's everybody doing today?
Great, ma'am.
Good. Today we are going to be working on slide sidekicks. They look like this. Hiya! Can everybody handle it?
Yes, ma'am.
Step back with your favorite leg. And on my count. 1.
Hiya.
2. 3. 4. Diana, I love how high you're kicking. 6.
You skipped
5. Switch legs. Uno. I can't hear those hi-yas. They conserve your energy. 2. 3. Sam, I love how hard you're kicking. 4. Izzy, love how hard. You're supposed to be doing that, right? 7. And set. Yes, sir. Set.
Yes, ma'am. Set. You did that to both your sisters.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Obey.
To obey.
Right.
What is right.
What is right? Ha. Excellent job. There's only one of me right now, guys. So give me a second. But they did fantastic. Give Maddie a big hand. Woo. Awesome job. So for both of you, just because you're in my leadership class, I have a little bit higher standard. You did an excellent job praising people, but remember what we worked on a lot last time. I know you guys weren't in class as often, but praise, correct, praise. So along with the praise, there's always one little thing you can fix. Now don't be like, that side kick was awful. Or if they're kicking below the belt, don't be like, I love the height of your kick, because they're kicking low. But I want you guys to make sure, if you're like, I love the height of your kick, now let me see if you can get out there faster, working on speed. That would be the only other thing I'd encourage both of you to do. You guys encourage them with power, and you encourage them with their height of their kicks. But then just find one little thing to fix. But other than that, you rocked it. One other person we're going to have warm up is going to be Lucas right now. Lucas is going to warm up the class, and we're going to see how awesome he can be. So Lucas, I'm going to spotlight you and then have you unmute. And you're going to warm everybody up with that same side kick.
There we go.
Perfect. Ready to say, how are you doing today?
How are you doing today?
Great, sir. Adiana, you can help him. Get over here. Lucas, say, today we're going to work on side kicks.
Today we're gonna work on side kicks.
They look like this. Show me your best side kick. Ooh, nice. So now you're going to say, on my count, and just count for it. And then I want you to pick somebody who looks awesome.
Okay. So on my count, do a side kick. 1.
Aya.
2.
Aya.
Wait.
If you need to see their name, go ahead and just, I mean, you know how to work Zoom better than me. Scroll over it, and their name should pop up.
Okay.
3.
Wait, what? Oh. 3.
Aya. Oh my goodness. And say 4.
Wait, something popped up on my screen. What just happened?
Get a break.
Oh, there.
All right, Lucas, now I want you to say, repeat after me, last one, best one. So you say last one, Lucas.
Repeat after me. Last one.
Best one. Say 4.
4.
Aya. Awesome. Now say, everybody set.
Everybody said.
Yes, sir. Set. Action job. Lucas, who do you think had some of the best side kicks?
I was actually looking for someone who was holding that chamber, but I saw nobody do it. I think.
Don't worry. Next time, say next time we'll work on that chamber.
Next time we'll work on that chamber.
Awesome job. Perfect. Everybody give Lucas a big hand. Excellent, excellent job. Fantastic. So really quickly, we're going to go through our emotion quadrant. I know Mr. Jarek said structure last time, but we actually are going to go over emotion right now, just so that way we can talk a little bit more about what we expect you guys to do as a student. And when you're in my legacy class, what I expect you to pull out of students. So we'll talk about it just for a second, and then I'm going to pick one more person to take everybody through another warm up, and I'm probably going to make it harder. But we're going to go over the first, we're over the first two. We're over the first two. Everybody say, yes, I can attitude. Yes, I can attitude. Good. And number 2 is tone of voice. Excellent job. So those 2 are really important. You guys have long days right now with our yes, I can attitudes. You guys are encouraging yourselves, encouraging the people around you. Hopefully, if you have brothers and sisters, to persevere through school. You guys are here working on Taekwondo. You've had a lot of screen time today, I'm sure of it. But you want to make sure you have that yes, I can attitude whenever you overcome an obstacle. Learning on school isn't super easy, but you guys are having a good attitude about it and making sure you're still going to get those high grades. And then, who remembers the second one? Remembers the second one? Yes, I can attitude and tone. Tone of voice. Good job, Orion. So tone of voice, the second one. I can come up here and I can talk like this. And I'm mic'd, so it's a little bit louder. But do I sound very exciting? No. I'm not going to get you guys excited to want to warm up. So you want to make sure you have fluctuation in your voice so that way they don't get bored. And if I was just yelling the entire time, that'd probably get really annoying. Some of you guys would probably have to turn your TVs down. And if you guys are in headphones, I'm sorry, I just started talking really loud. I don't think anybody has headphones on right now. Good. So I want you guys to make sure you change your tone of voice. Be really exciting, high energy during the drill. But when you talk about discipline, you can be quieter. You don't have to yell the whole time. You can talk about obeying what is right, following the rules, brushing your teeth, so that way you guys keep yourself healthy and showing good self-discipline. I don't have to yell for that part. But right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to make Orion, because I love making Orion warm up. Orion, you're going to do that slide sidekick drill. You're one of our top legacy students. You're one of the first persons we put in legacy. I want you to warm up with that slide sidekick drill. Get the class, even on Zoom, get the class to show a yes, I can attitude. And I want you to practice your tone of voice. I'll be their tone of voice because they're all muted. All right, Orion, I'm going to spotlight you and you're going to go for it. Slide kicks, and then we'll get to our swords.
Okay. How's everybody doing today?
Great, sir.
So right now we're going to be working on just slide sidekicks or normal sidekicks.
Whichever one you want to do, bud.
Okay. We're going to be working on slide sidekicks. All right, everybody? A slide sidekick. Okay, first I'm just going to show you a sidekick. A sidekick, just that. It's just
Nice.
that. Easy as pie. But then for the slide sidekick, just add that little slide and then.
Nice.
Has everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody step back with. Put your favorite leg in front. So
Yes, sir.
If you love your right leg, put your right leg in front. Actually, we're gonna challenge. We'll give you guys a challenge. We're gonna put our non-dominant leg in front. So
Yes, sir.
it's gonna be the left leg. Okay, on my count. 1.
Yeah.
Nice, everybody. But one thing. We have to have that good tone of voice. Okay, everybody? We gotta show.
Yes, sir.
We gotta have good discipline with the tone of voice. Let's try that again. 1.
Yeah.
And 2.
Yeah.
Let's see who can go the fastest. 3.
Yeah.
I think Durkee was the fastest. 4.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think Maddie might have been the fastest. I don't know.
Ooh.
And 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, Benaya was pretty good. All of you guys were awesome. Good job, everybody. So our life skill for this session is discipline. So everybody say it with me. Discipline.
Discipline.
To obey
To obey
what is right.
what is right.
Now we're gonna hit them with a big loud "Aya!"
Yeah.
Good work, everybody.
Excellent job. Everybody give Orion a big hand. Oh my goodness. Orion, I'm gonna talk to your mom and you're gonna take my job. Does that sound good? Dude, you're getting so good at this. I'm really, really proud of you. All of you guys, I loved how when Orion was talking, you heard the difference in his voice. You saw his facial expressions, which is what we talked about with Leaders in Life a ton, was a positive attitude and changing your facial expressions. He was complimenting you guys every time he said one of your names. Like I watched him when he said Durkee's name, Durkee kicked even harder the next time. When he said Maddie's name, Maddie looked at her sister and smiled like she was like, oh yeah, I beat you. But I got super excited when he heard his name. So using people's name, if you don't know it in class, the cool part about Zoom is when you swipe, you can see their name. So you guys can know people's names. It'll make it a little bit easier for you. And then if you don't know someone's name in class, you'll start getting comfortable just asking. I forget people's names all the time. I have 300 students plus their parents to remember names. It's okay when you forget somebody's name. But Orion, I really loved how dynamic your voice was. You used discipline during your warm-up, which is fantastic. That's the next level of teaching. So I'm pretty serious about making you take my job. But other than that, he rocked it. Give him one more big hand. Awesome job, Orion. Thank you for being my example, for using good tone of voice, and an excellent job challenging them with that yes, I can attitude, making them have the challenge of their non-dominant leg. So right now, I want everybody to go grab your sword or something that you can use as a sword, but not a real knife. Ready, go. Think you made it work? All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So your sword, biggest part is if you guys have the metal sword, it's a little bit easier to tell where the blade is. If you guys have the plastic sword, the part that has the bumps on it, you never want that pointed at you. Because that's pointed at you, ouch, you lost the fight. You're hitting somebody with the back of your sword. So the biggest rule is when it's on your shoulder, you want the bumpy part or the blade, you want the blade pointed away from you the entire time. So what we're gonna work on right now is lines 1 through 7, and then I'll show you guys one cool move. Sword is the first weapon I competed in an XMA with, and I had a state title a long, long time ago with it. Mr. Madness is very old, so we're not going to say how long ago that is. And all of your parents that can hear me probably just laughed at what I said. So right now, remember what Mr. Jack talked to you guys about. When you hold your sword, one at the very top at the sword guard, and the other hand's at the bottom, and pinky's off. No pinkies. No pinky. Because if your pinky's on it, it limits the range of motion of your wrist. When your pinky's off, you have more range of motion and won't hurt your wrist. So one hand on the hilt, one hand with your pinky off, or bottom hand with your pinky off. So right now, line 1 goes to the neck. And whenever you strike, you want to be in a good, solid front stance. And you're using both hands. So you're pulling and pulling that lever, boom, to slice through, and make sure it stops with your hand on your hip. Now come up to your shoulder, line 2, boom. Excellent job. Line 3 goes straight across. Same thing, just like a jongbong. It stops when it hits your ribs. Flip it completely over. Line 4, boom. Excellent. To the legs. Line 5, same thing, just like a jongbong. Up. Line 6, go straight up. Line 7. And with that one, you want to rotate your hips all the way through. Because if I don't rotate my hips, I miss. It's not the middle of my body. And this is really awkward, and my wrist doesn't really bend that way. You want to turn your hips, line 7. Unwind behind your head, line 8. When you do line 8, I want you guys to stop where your weapon's in front of your nose. Where your weapon's right underneath your nose. You don't want to go like this because then you lost your power. Boom. Excellent job. Then you're going to pull straight back and stab straight forward. Ayo. Excellent job. Good, good, good. We're going to go through the strikes one more time, and then I'm going to watch you guys do your strikes, and then we'll have some fun with the weapon. Ready? Line 1, boom. Stopping on your hip. Line 2, boom. Stopping on your hip. Check, is your pinky off of it? I can see some of you guys, that is not the case. Don't let your hands be touching. All the way at the bottom, no pinky. Line 3, boom. Turn it over, line 4. To the legs, 5. Leg 6. Remember, rotate your hips, 7. Behind your head, 8. Pull it back and stab. Ayo, 9. Excellent job. Really, really good. And set. Yes, sir. Set. Look at your weapon. Make sure your blade is pointing at the camera, not at you. You don't want to cut yourself in the fight. That's not a good idea. So you want to make sure the blade's pointing at the camera, not at you. So right now, I want everybody to come up to your camera and show me how to hold your weapon. Show me how to hold your weapon. Come up to your camera. Show me how to hold it. Put both hands where I can see it. Good, 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 good. Nice, nice. Excellent. Ready? I want to see your guys' lines 1 through 9 on your own. On your own, lines 1 through 9. Ready, steady, spaghetti. Vámonos. Let's go. 1 through 9 on your own. Go for it. Boom, boom, boom. Nice, sweet, beautiful, excellent power. Good. Awesome. I'm happy I asked you to do this because we're going to work on nice, Orion. Really good. And then straight behind your head, Orion. 8, and then shish kebab. Beautiful. And time. Back in your spots. Weapon on your shoulder. So line 7. Orion, and I think the Padillas are the ones that I watched do their 7. The rest, some of you guys, what happened is you guys were hitting with the flat side of your blade or the complete back of your blade, which I don't know how you got there, but it's good wrist flexibility, you guys. So when you do it and you turn your hips, make sure, I have to be a lot closer, this blade is very shiny. Make sure the blade stays pointed forward the whole time. So I'm coming out of line 6. I'm rotating my hand so the blade is pointing at the camera, and I'm coming straight up. So everybody do line 6, so your arms are on your opposite shoulder. Line 6. Untwist, straight up. One more time. Opposite shoulder, line 6. Untwist, straight up. Excellent. Opposite shoulder, 6. Twist, straight up. Beautiful. Right now we're gonna have a battle in a race. We're gonna see who can get all 9 lines the fastest. Ready, set, don't move. Good listening, you guys. Last class I got everybody when I did that. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam! Good, 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 good. Excellent. Everybody set. Yeah, sir, set. Sweet. So now we're gonna learn the out and out cut. So every now and again, we let you guys strike with your weapon with one hand, but first we're gonna learn the twirl. Just like your bong mangi, if you're in my color belt class, they're all week, we've been working on this. You're saying, okay, everything's okay when you're twirling. Nothing's scary, everything's okay. But really importantly with the sword, don't twirl it between your fingers. It's really heavy and you guys might drop it. So you guys are gonna have your hand, you're gonna point it straight. Outside your arm, rub your shoulder, straight up. Down, outside of your arm, rub your shoulder. This part, all you do is let your wrists and your hands open. You're still saying, okay, your hands open, palm up, shoulder and up. Bam, bam, point it forward. And it'll more or less just do the whole motion for you. It's a little bit different than the bama because it has weight. Weight makes it easier. Now I want you guys to twirl down and twirl back up. Twirl down, twirl back up. So to your shoulder blade up, down and 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 up. Excellent job. So if you guys can do that, then you guys are gonna be able to do this strike. So what it's gonna look like is you guys are gonna be here, you're gonna go in, out, hi-ya, but you're gonna grab it at the very end. So you go out, in, grab, boom, and rip through at that line 1. Kind of like if you guys learn the figure 8 dip strike with your jongbong, similar idea. So all that's gonna happen is from here, you're holding with 2 hands, you're gonna throw out to the point, it's gonna come straight at my camera, or at your camera, sorry. When you come towards your legs, you don't wanna smack yourself, bad idea. Feet come together, lean forward. It's gonna go in, over my head, grab, and strike. Now when you grab, no pinky. So what it's gonna be is you guys are gonna go out, in, around, hit. Out, in, around your head, hit. Out, in, around your head, line 1. Out, in, around your head, line 1. Super duper slow, ready. Out, in, around your head, grab when it gets to your shoulder, line 1. Boom. All that's happening is you're doing a sideways figure 8. All that's happening is you're doing a sideways figure 8. Whatever hand you're using. Goes out, in, around, strike. Out, out, and around, strike. Out, in, around, strike. Awesome. You guys are doing excellent. Sweet. Good. Straight at you, almost like you're trying to do a high line 3. In, around, strike. Straight, in, around, strike. Boom. Bam. Bam. Excellent job. The biggest thing most important thing, there's my words, is to grab it before you do the final strike. Because if you don't grab it, floppy. You don't want floppy. You want to have boom, that sticking point. You want to have a finish to your strike. Goes out, grab, boom. So you end, hand on your hip. Yes, Bayla, you can unmute yourself. I think I left it that way.
Can I go to the restroom?
Yes, fast. Awesome job. Ready, and everybody set. Yeah, sure, set. Fantastic job to you guys. Next week, we'll work more on your twirl up, twirl down. We'll work on your figure eights. We'll work on you guys switching hands, making sure you can figure eight and twirl down, twirl up with both sides. I'll go back over that move, and we'll start teaching you guys rolls and your blocks and fun releases where you never, ever have to touch the blade. Because the most important part of your sword is not touching the part that's going to cut you. That's the most important part. So right now, we're going to do a fast bow out, and you're going to get your parents. So everybody face here. Shut up. Bow to ATA. Perfect. Everybody will get your parents so that way they can hear me really quick so I can give them the announcements. Blue, what's your question?
I don't have a sword.
You don't have a sword? Ask
No.
your mom to email me or give us a call at the studio, or she can hear me. She can just give us a call at the studio. And I can help you get a sword, Bayla. Or Blue, I'm sorry.
I know. Bayla only has a sword.
Bayla's the only one with a sword. It's okay. We'll make sure we can get you a sword too. Awesome. So parents' biggest announcement is Mr. Jarek, as we speak, is working on the schedule. So be on the lookout for the new schedule. So that way you guys are up to date on it. It'll go on Spark. It'll go on our social media. It'll get emailed and remind texted to you. You will get it probably 5 days in a row. The Spark app classes will change, so you better pay attention to the time change. So I really want you guys to make sure you don't miss out on that new schedule. It won't start next week. It'll start in 2 weeks. So you have a week of looking at it. That way you guys know when your classes are and all of that stuff. We can make sure all the kinks are worked out. But I want you guys to make sure you're on the lookout for that new schedule. The weapon is the sword. The weapon is the sword. So I'd love for them, whether they get the XMA sword or they get the Protect sword, I'd love for them to have an actual sword so they work on how to hold the weapon the whole time. That's something that's really important, is learning how to properly use these weapons and everything like that. I love the sword. It's definitely one of my top favorite weapons. Until we get to Songnot, that's definitely my favorite weapon. But I love the sword. I told all of them. I got my first state championship with it. So it's really near and dear to my heart. Check out or look out for that schedule. All of my legacy students, so parents, all of the legacy students, make sure you really pay attention because we're going to try and separate out the legacy kids. Add at least one legacy class into the week so that way they can have their forms training, their teaching training, and everything like that. Other than that, you guys did awesome today. And we'll see you guys in person or in your next class. Bye, you guys.